you. What we're going to talk the next few minutes about is how to make the jump from knowing to doing so that you can experience exponential growth. Would you agree that doing pays better than knowing? Would you agree that doing actually builds organizations a whole lot faster than knowing how to does? And so that's what we'll explore over the next few minutes. Now, if you stay until the end, we're going to do two pretty important things. Number one is you will get the X factor in growing your team and making more money. I am not the guy to listen to if you hate money. And so if you want to make more of it, what you will get is you're going to get the X factor that determines that, as well as growing your organization. And the second thing is I'm going to help you determine if whether or not the mindset makeover toolkit is right for you. Now, how many of you would agree that fast and fulfilling is better than slow and frustrating? Yes or no? Would you rather have fast and fulfilling or slow and frustrating? I thought so. And so this is what slow and frustrating looks like. And it's what happens when you stay in the place of knowing versus doing. And so how then do you close that gap? Me being here I'm a bit nervous. I will say that. I haven't admitted that to an audience in a long time. But it's just doesn't seem like it was that long ago that this was me when I had hair. But this was a little boy who dreamed a lot. And he wanted to become something that he had never seen. He wanted to be something that had never been modeled. And it's difficult. It's challenging. Some of you can relate to this. To become something that has never been modeled for you. To do something that you have never witnessed. And so growing up, it was my mom, my sister, and I. You can see where I get a little bit of my style from. I wish I get that tie from my mom even today. But it was the three of us. And not coincidentally, we're on the outside of the church that I grew up in. It seemed like every time that place was open, we were there. There were drawbacks and benefits to that. But what I later learned was that she was actually protecting me. That became a safe environment. I grew up in a small town in southeast Oklahoma, about 7,000 people. The railroad tracks separate the city and divide, east and west. Not only does it separate east and west, it felt like, growing up, it separated good from bad. It also felt like that there's, on one side of the tracks was broken families. On the other side of the track, there were families that were together. The people who had stuff were on the other side, and we were over here. It felt like, growing up, there were the haves and the have-nots, and we were in the have-not line. And what I wanted to be able to do was change lines. And when I asked, how do you do that? I would hear things like, the main thing is you just, baby, you don't really need to worry about all that. All you need is love. I heard it, but it didn't quite resonate with me. Not that I don't want the love, but can we have love and some stuff? Anybody with that? I mean, do I have to choose between the two? Would you agree that nothing replaces money in the places where money is required? Yes or no? And so, this is what that image or that picture looked like. The other thing about Idabel, Oklahoma is, back in 2022, it was rated as the 10th worst place to live in the United States. Now, there's some other larger cities on that list. I mean, I knew it was tough, but I didn't know we were top 10. We were top 10 in something. And so, for some, that adage of growing up, on the wrong side of the tracks was what I actually lived. And I wanted to determine if whether or not there was actually a way to do it. And in doing so, it wouldn't just be for me. That's my grandmother. You see their center. I had 28 first cousins growing up, and of the 28 of us, none of them had their dad at home. And in case you're wondering, yes, that will impact a generation. But in every great family, remember this, in every great family, not all families, but in every great family, there is always one who determines that what has been will not continue to be. In every great family, there is one person who determines that just because this is what I have seen, this is not what will continue to be. And in my family, I am that one. But we didn't come here for me. The question is, in your family, will you be the one? Or will you leave that to someone else? What is interesting is that now you see the reel, and which I was pretty fascinated by that, and it's large audiences, and it's lots of different speaking engagements and so forth. But what's most profound to me, and I say those things not to brag or to boast, but to impress upon you a question that riddles me. Because I wasn't the only little kid who had dreams. I wasn't the only little boy who wanted to get out of that neighborhood. I wasn't the only one that wanted to have a different life. I wasn't the only one who talked about the life that they will one day have and who would pick the cars, that's my car and that's my car. I wasn't the only one. But today I'm here. And I know for certain that not all of the kids who had those dreams are living their dreams currently. And so it begs then the question, what is the difference? What is the difference between those who follow through and those who fall away? What is the difference between a Krista Mayshore and everyone else? What is the difference between a Rosie Rodriguez and everyone else? How is there a Brent Gove and then there's the other people? What is the difference? Before my time runs out, and in case I don't get to the end, I want you to understand this. We're not special. But what we have done is made the jump from knowing to doing. That's what sets Brent apart. That's what sets Rosie apart. That's what sets a Leo apart. I don't even know Leo, and I don't have to know him, but to know that he is in that position, in that role, it can only be that you make the jump from knowing to doing. And so let's explore then how we can make that happen. This is for you if, like I said, you don't hate money. And I'm going to skip those 2 slides because it's for you because you're still here. This would have been more fitting for those at, let's say, 12 this morning. All right. So what I want you to do, or this afternoon, take out your notebooks and something to write with real quick. You got to move quick because this clock is ticking already. You don't know the pressure I'm feeling right now. So move quick, okay? Take out something to write on, something to write with. You can also do it with your phone, okay? Something to write on, something to write with. And what you're going to do is you're going to be writing your name as fast as you can, as many times as you can in 30 seconds. Now, how you write your name is irrelevant to the exercise. I just want you to write your name as many times as you can, as fast as you can in 30 seconds. And I want you to notice what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're saying as you go through this experience of writing your name. Don't start yet. When I say go, you're going to write your name as many times as you can, as fast as you can in 30 seconds. And I want you to notice what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're saying, like what's coming up for you as you write your name. How you write your name is irrelevant to the exercise. Just as many times as you can in the 30 seconds. And go! Go, go. Faster, 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 faster. Notice what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're saying. Keep going. Faster, 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 faster. Notice what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're saying. Keep going. Faster, 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 faster. Notice what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're saying. Keep going. Faster, faster, faster. Your wrist feels great. Your fingers feel good. Go, go, go. Faster, 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 faster. You're about halfway through. See if you can double the amount. Go, go, go. Faster, 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 faster. Notice what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're saying. Keep going. How many more can you get in? How many more can you go? Go, go. Faster, 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 faster. Notice what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're saying. Keep going. Faster, 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 faster. And time. That's it. Don't try to finish that last one. All right, now count up the number of times you wrote your name. Circle it at the top. Remember you said that. Remember you said that. All right. How many times did you write your name? Circle it at the top. Now turn to your right or turn to your left. You can turn behind you or look forward and share with one person before you start. Here's what I want you to do. Just let them know how many times you wrote your name, how many times did you write it, And then also, what were you thinking, feeling, experiencing, okay? So how many times did you write it, and what were you thinking or experiencing, and go. I'll give you 30 seconds to do that. Go. All right. Okay, so I would love to have given you a lot more time to discuss that. However, we are where we are. So that being said, what were you thinking, feeling, or saying? Anybody willing to just kind of just throw it out to me? Yes, what was going on for you? Okay, you got faster, 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 and messier, messier, messier. Okay, great. I saw a hand right there. Yes, what were you thinking, feeling, or saying? Okay, got it. Okay, so thank you for that. Okay, she says, so my name was longer, and if my name was shorter, then I would have gotten it more often. I'll be on this side here in just a second. I see a hand right here. What were you thinking, feeling, or saying? Okay. Do you always do this? Okay. Oh, right on. Okay. I like that. Let's come to this side. What were you thinking, feeling, or saying? Okay, all right. Why am I doing this? It seems ridiculous, but damn it, I want to win. So let's go faster, faster, faster. Great job. Yes, what were you thinking, feeling, or saying? Okay, so it goes into the pain of your last name is the last name of your ex-husband. Can't change. It's also on the business, and I got the kids, and I got my business and this name. So pain comes up. Thank you for that. I appreciate your honesty. Yes. I'm sorry. You have a long name also. Uh-huh. Okay, so you just want to make, it was a pretty long name, but you just want to make sure you got everything right. Okay, you said, I know people around me who have shorter names. They'll go faster, but I don't care. Excellent. Okay, one more. Yes. What were you thinking, feeling, or saying? I got this quick and easy. How old are you? You're 28. I love it. Okay, so here's the thing. What you experienced in that 30 seconds is welcome to your life. What you experienced in that 30 seconds is a mirror for your life. My name is too long. If my name was shorter, I would have been able to do more. Welcome to your life. And look into your life and notice where you look for the disadvantages and the justifications and the reasons why you're not fully in. I said, how you write your name is irrelevant to the exercise. Notice the limitation that you put on yourself. A dot could have represented your name for this exercise. But notice, this isn't fair. This isn't fair to people who have long names. Welcome to your life. This is ridiculous. This is stupid. I don't get it. What's the point? Translate to your life. Some of you, I will write my name as slow as I want. Just be happy I am writing my name at all. I'm not playing your little game. Welcome to your life. Trust issues, skepticism, always looking for the trick. What's the catch? And it keeps you from being in action. If he would just shut up, I could write my name more times. It's rushing me, and there's all this pressure and this anxiety I'm feeling. Just shh, be quiet. And I could do more. Translate to your life. When someone else starts to do something different, when my husband stops doing this, when my wife starts doing that, when the compensation plans becomes this, when politicians start to do that, then I'll be more effective. But it's dependent upon someone else doing something different. Welcome to your life. Some of you are like, I didn't feel anything. Welcome Maybe your relationship tells you that all the time. I never know what you're feeling. I never know what's going on with you. So I have no time to feel. I had a task. I did the task. I have no time for feelings. Welcome to your life. Not right or wrong. It's just what's in there. It's like when you squeeze an orange, what comes out? Juice. What type of juice? Why? So profound, I know. So you brought all of your life. You brought all of your life and all of your life experiences to a 30-second exercise of just simply writing your name. And what came out is what's already in there. See, if the exercise had done it to you, then everyone would have had the exact same experience. But it's not the exercise that does it as much as this is what comes out. Now, take your pen or pencil and put it in the opposite hand. All right, now, how you change or how you make the jump from knowing to doing, we just experienced. Not in you moving the pen from your right hand to your left hand or your left hand to your right hand. What I really want to focus in on is the moans and the groans. Because what I asked you to do was put your pen or pencil in the opposite hand. Can you do that? But then you notice all the, oh man, oh my gosh, okay. Really quickly, in the time that I have, let's explore what happened. I said put your pen or pencil in the opposite hand. And in like nanoseconds, what you did was you had an image in your mind of what we're about to do. Not only did you have an image in your mind of what we're about to do, you also started to feel how you're going to feel in doing it. I said put your pen or pencil in the opposite hand. You can handle that. But also what started to happen was you had a picture in your mind of, okay, we're going to now write with this hand. I'm not very good at writing with this hand. It's going to be sloppy. It's going to be messy. I don't know how many I'm going to be able to get in. I'm definitely not going to be as fast as I was the last time. Whew, this is awkward. This is uncomfortable. I haven't written with this hand since I broke my arm in the 3rd grade. This is tough. This is challenging. And all I asked you to do was put your pen or pencil in the opposite hand. Everything after that, you made it up. So if you would make it up on a writing exercise of you writing your name, imagine what you're making up about how difficult it will be for you to build an organization in EXP. If you could actually have conversations with yourself that uninspire you, you have conversations with yourself that demotivate you, you have conversations with yourself, most are not seen or conscious, but you have conversations with yourself at a deeper level that control whether or not you take action. And so if those conversations would keep you from being inspired to simply write your name with a different hand, is there any wonder why you don't like showing more people this opportunity? People in my position oftentimes will come to you and say, just do it, do it, do it, do it. If you're not doing it, then you're not serious. That's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to say to another person, well, you're not really serious about your dream because you're not taking that action. It's disrespectful. But it's also coming from a person who likely doesn't understand how programming and conditioning works. And what's actually true is that you will never act consistently in any way that is inconsistent with your self-image. That's why you experience flashes of greatness and then fall off. You do it for a little while and then fall off because falling off actually fits the unconscious program that runs your life. So the first key to you making the jump from knowing to doing is you must uncover what are the unconscious beliefs that you have about yourself, about other people, about life, and about the world that actually control your action or inaction. 95% of what you do is actually unconscious. Now, as I bring this to a close, how many of you have ever been really motivated for like a day? Anybody ever experienced, like you were like on fire for a day? How many of you after that day of like, oh my goodness, yes, I am pumped, the day after kind of looked like this? Just completely uninspired. Well, here's what's true. The reason why motivation wears off is because your authentic self doesn't need it. Now, something quite interesting for someone in my position who's sometimes called a motivational speaker to say, but the reality is your motivation wears off because your most authentic self does not need it. When you're being authentic, you're living from or inspired from within. It's like our rapping realtor earlier who said, if I hadn't been myself, I wouldn't be here. So the best way to develop this is just do it through a story. Not quite, just last year. So less than 12 months ago, I was at EXPCon. And I was speaking in a hotel room. And a leader from EXP had moved a lot of people into his hotel suite. And I went in and I spoke at that event. Later that evening, we had dinner. And after dinner, he says to me, man, you spoke in that hotel suite as though you were on a stage with thousands. That's how I see it. He said, yeah, I can tell. He said, you're probably like the most unknown and yet greatest speaker. You're going to be on larger stages. I said, whenever they're ready, those people will listen. He said, no, I see it. It's going to happen. Now, here's what I did know. I didn't know that was going to be my last conversation with him. What I also didn't know was that his wife was taking a photo. Because when I said to him, I said later at dinner that night, I said, man, you live an inspired life. You live a life that I can model. I don't look up to a lot of people because in order to look up to people, I have to look down on myself. And so I don't do that. But there are people who live lives that are inspiring, and your life inspires mine. Thank you. And when I said that to him, he kind of, because guys, we kind of get like, that kind of connection. He kind of looked to his right, and then he brought himself together. Thank you. And what I didn't know was that his wife was taking a photo. And he said to me, this will happen. You will speak on much larger stages than my hotel suite. And people will hear you. When you live a life where you have to be motivated, it dies when you die. That life does. But when you live a life from a place of inspiration, it goes on long after you're gone. I didn't know it. I didn't know the speaking order. I didn't know how it would go today. But when I showed up and they gave the speaking list, I saw that the lady who's taking that photo is speaking right after me. And therefore, I took a little bit of liberty of going 1 minute over my time because I think that becomes then a fitting introduction. Live a life that is inspiring or inspired, and that life goes on long after you're gone. Live a life that requires motivation, and that life stops when you do. Thank you. Have a great evening. All right.
All right, Cortland.